Hi guys, finally got my mic back in order here, and been ill the last couple of days, so bear with me if I start coughing up here. But just thought I'd do a recap for on what I saw on the day today and how I approach things. I know Ben has done his recap for Crude, and I'm probably going to be repeating what he's probably already gone over, but I just thought I'd do an interpretation of what I saw on the day today. So first of all, what I'm looking at is obviously we opened up this week, and we came up and tested last week's value high, and we see a rotation down to the value low, and we've seen responsive buyers from this area on 2 occasions now, and we came back into balance. We're just seeing two-way trade balance in this market in a minute for this week. And another thing I've been doing recently is using a 240-minute chart just to look at larger picture time frame sort of price channels and balance areas. So this was the current area that I was looking at today going into today's trade, and we opened up at the lower end of this bracket, and we're clearly holding this support at 96.40s. So obviously the path of least resistance here was to the buy side, but obviously going into today's trade we opened up right in the middle of yesterday's profile. I mean, what I did do is split out this D period where we saw in Monday's trade we see this balance area, and then we broke out on D period, so I split these two out, and as you can see here, in today's open we just see responsive buying straight off the open, and we see a rotation up to the upper balance area from Monday's trade, and there was just no real strong rejection here. There was no key seller at this area, there was no excess established, and we see a poor high put in. So I just basically waited patiently to let the market play out. Another interesting view is the current I mean, I was splitting these brackets out for the composite, but I've merged this whole section together now as excuse me, as we've basically come back into this bracket now with two-way trades. So from this gap up here, I've merged this whole area together to form this current composite. And interestingly enough, we opened up right at the point of control, right at the Vwap, and we see responsive buying pretty much up to the value area high here. Regards the moving averages, I mean, we're just seeing a big cluster of moving averages here, no sort of key direction. I mean, all of the moving averages are pretty much looking flat at the minute. I mean, the 200, the 100, I mean, you could say the 5, the 50, the 20 are starting to angle up, but the best part, there's no real clear view at the moment. But I basically just let the market play out, and we just see this crazy one time framing through A, B, C, D, E, F, and obviously through G we were holding. So I took it upon my I made a decision to short this pullback here. I mean, we did see some key absorption at this high. I mean, there was some pretty big prints that came in. I mean, 6.5, I mean 10,000 I think got printed on this bar into this high, which is also the high of the bracket that I've got drawn, and a key sort of area the market keeps rotating to. So we see the market bid up into this area, and then from my interpretation we just see I mean, even though we had an incomplete auction here, like I said, we just see some pretty big volume put in here, and we couldn't trade above it, and then we see this liquidation back into Vwap here, and we see this nice rotation back up, and this is where I establish a short position from a mean reversion type setup, and I basically just targeted. I tried to target the other side of ETH Vwap, but what I ended up doing is just taking profit at the RTH Vwap low, developer value area low. I mean, if we peg this out, you can see that we rotated it down to Vwap here, and ETH Vwap, and this was actually the 1.5 standard deviation for the RTH Vwap. So I ended up just liquidating my position into the 97.12 10 area, and just calling it a day on my trade. So, and that's just what I was looking at and how I approach things today. Obviously, when we open up in these kind of conditions where we're not at no extreme and no sort of key references, it's you just have to be patient and just let the market play out and try to use the information that's been provided to make good smart decisions regards trade locations. So that's just how I approach things today, and it just happened to work out okay. I mean, there's not a lot of opportunity today, and yeah, that's pretty much it from what I can see at the moment. I mean, if we look at this current Midas VWAP from the last anchor fractal low, I mean, we've come back into this VWAP, and we're holding the value area higher here. So I mean, depending on obviously where this goes now, I mean, if we hold inside this, we could see rotations back down to the low areas. If not, we could see this continue to reference this next level, which is part of this this current distribution, which I'm highlighting at the moment. I'm just going to keep it short for today's video, as I get back into the swing of doing these recaps on the video. I think one other thing here that was interesting to note, which really helped me with my decision on this short, was the fact that we put in this high, as I pointed out, into my reference in support, and we put a clear delta divergence on there. So as you can see, price made a higher high, but delta didn't. So I mean, this was obviously a divergence. So this was a key piece of information that I was using at the time. And if you also look here, when I did establish my short position, even though the market was going sideways inside of value, delta was dropping pretty rapid, and finally the market broke down, and I managed to get my targets filled. Anyway, I hope you all had a good day trading, and any questions, please ask.